Here in Yarrabah, unscrupulous salespeople are targeting residents, and as video journalist Alan Clark found out, locals are being left with a trail of debt.
The residents describe it as paradise. It's an apt description. Yarrabah Aboriginal community sits on the Great Barrier Reef and is about an hour's drive from Cairns. But this idyllic town is gripped with a problem that isn't going away anytime soon. It's been subject to a series of shonky salespeople. Locals say they're capitalising on Yarrabah's hospitality and good faith.
They understand that once they get their foot in the door and they start doing the hard sell, the majority of Aboriginal people in the community will not push them out the door and say, go away, I'm not interested.
Drew Danger works for the Indigenous Consumer Assistance Network, otherwise known as ICAN. The community advisory group was established nationally in 1997 to advocate for the rights of Indigenous consumers. Drew says that Yarrabah residents are being sold everything from water coolers to funeral plans, often agreeing to unrealistic payment plans due to aggressive selling tactics. But debt is not the only problem here.
It just disempowers people, that they think that somebody has this control, this power over them because they owe them money, that they sort of own their life sort of thing, you know. So I think it's that disempowerment, that feeling of disempowerment that really pulls people down.
Pensioner Matthew Noble has lived in Yarrabah since the 70s. He sits at his table, baffled by dozens of phone bills in his name.
This is the last one they sent me.
But Matthew says he didn't rack up 1 cent of debt.
The trouble started when I found that my phone was missing. I received a bill, and then the bill was running up to about $800 and things like that, and there were international calls involved at that time, and yes, I got very concerned, so I was unable to pay it because of on disability pension at this point in time.
Matthew called his mobile phone provider to cancel his plan, but the bills kept coming. ICAN was able to sort out the mess.
Without ICAN, I said I would most likely be one of those who would be in court and most likely would end up in prison because I would have been unable to pay that off.
While Matthew sought help, many don't. ICAN's recent report into the issue found that low literacy levels, uncompetitive marketplaces, and poor education are leaving communities exposed to exploitation.
There's this tendency for people to say yes, yes, yes in the context of being telemarketed or in door-to-door sales, and that's a cultural thing that's well recognised in the criminal law context when being interviewed by police.
Another disturbing trend is starting to emerge amongst those who feel victimised.
On a few occasions I've had people come in and they've actually said to me, you know, I'm just at a total loss, I don't know what to do. I feel like doing myself in. You know, I actually feel like killing myself, that I've actually thought about that.
A lot of the Indigenous people also, they're afraid to come forward and actually talk about this and things. Yeah, they keep it under their hat and think it'll go away, but it never does, yes. Enclose a cheque for $25 and send it back.
As we leave Yarrabah, Matthew opens a letter informing him he's won a lottery.
It says, I've won $959,000.
ICAN says it's a scam designed to seek personal details. Matthew won't be falling for it this time. He's already learnt his lesson the hard way.